Hi, let me teach you how to prove that your child is worthy of college admission and scholarships. My name is Lee Binns and I'm the Homescholar, and I encourage parents to make a packet of information that includes course descriptions that they submit to colleges before they make their scholarship decisions so that they can see that your student is worthy of the best possible scholarships. This is what a comprehensive record might look like. It includes the transcript, the course descriptions, the reading list, the activity list. If you wanted to, you could include a school profile, any other documentation, work samples, for example, that your child might produce. You don't want it to be super thick, not like a novel, definitely like a short read, okay? This information is going to help your child get scholarships, but only if you submit it to colleges before they make those scholarship decisions. So I get asked all the time, how do you submit that material? And there isn't just one answer because each college wants it differently. One of the best things that you can do is to go to the college and ask them directly. I understand that it is helpful for you to make your decisions based on information about a school. Let me provide you some information about our school, because after all, you are a school. You're not just a homeschool mom, right? And they ask for this information from public schools and private schools, and they might appreciate information from your homeschool as well. So you ask them, how would you like it? Now, some colleges want it uploaded to their website. Others want it uploaded to the Common App. Another might want you to email it. Another might want you to send it by snail mail. I find it very helpful if you can bring it with you on a college visit to demonstrate your interest in a huge way. I'm so interested in your college that not only am I visiting, I am also giving you this gift, a packet of information about my student. Now, sometimes colleges will require this information. You have to have it in order to get into that college. Sometimes colleges will request that information. Do you happen to have any information about your homeschool that would be useful? Other times colleges will just appreciate that information. Oh my, I wasn't expecting that. We never require that. Wow, look, that's fantastic. I'm going to give you scholarships. You want all of those reactions, right? So whether the college requires, requests, or appreciate them, I still encourage you to give it. So let me explain. If they say, no, I don't want it, or we don't have a method to give it to you, then the easiest way is just to snail mail it, right? Even in this day and age, it's easiest to just send it by mail or UPS or FedEx, okay? And the way that you do that is you take the material to an office supply store like Staples or whatever. You have them put some sort of a binding on it, comb bound, wire bound, whatever looks good to you. It doesn't need to have a fancy cover. Mine just said these are my comprehensive records for my son, name and birthday, some identifier. And then on top of this, you will lay one piece of transcript, your one-page transcript. A one-page transcript, maybe one page front to back, that's fine, but it's one piece of paper. On top of the transcript, then, you lay a cover letter. Anytime you're sending information to a business, it needs to have a cover letter so that they know who to give it to, right? And so the cover letter will just say, this is the high school information for my student, Kevin Binns, and you give the birth date for his application. And then they'll say, oh, okay, we send it to the admission department, and the admission department knows to put it under Kevin's folder, for example, okay? So you have the cover letter, and then you have the transcript. The transcript, the purpose for that is, why would they even read this thing? Why would they even open this thing? So they read the cover letter, they say, wow, that's a lot of information. They look at the transcript and they say, wow, this kid is super prepared for college, and he has a class here called Critical Thinking in Chess. I wonder what that's all about. And he has a class here called Macroeconomics. It's pretty unusual for a high schooler. I wonder what that's all about. And so then they might read those particular course descriptions. Once they see this, though, the benefit of sending it by snail mail is that they see it and they feel it in their hands, right? They feel the heft, the weight of education, not just an intellectual thing, but a physical weight of the education that you've provided your child. Now, I have to confess that one college that we applied to said, absolutely not, do not send me this information. We do not want it. And it's true that I sent it to them anyway. I'll tell you the rest of the story though. This was the one college that was the persnickiest, and they did not give us admission. And they said it was because we didn't have this admission requirement that they needed in foreign language. And I could no longer provide an AP test because my kids were already a senior in high school and they had forgotten their French, okay? So what I said was, why don't you look in the comprehensive record that I sent you? Look at all of the pages, and I gave them the page numbers for their 3 years of Latin and their 3 years of French. So they reviewed my comprehensive record. This college that said they didn't want it, don't send it. And you know what happened? That college came back and gave us admission and their best possible scholarships. And that's why I want you to have a positive experience as well. I don't want you to be put off by not submitting these things, or, oh, I thought it would be required and it's not required. I don't want that to happen to you. I want you to send the material in before they make their scholarship decisions, and that way you are more likely to get admission and scholarships for your child. I hope that helps. Take care.